much, Joe, for this kind of short and quick, this time like under pandemic issue. You still have time for
No
me.
worries. No
And then,
worries at all.
even though it's pretty much we are under quarantine, I think
Mm-hmm.
people deserve to know the real truth about you, right? The real truth, the real behind scene, because people see you, label you as a model, and beside that, they label you as so many kind of things, and we all know a lot of conspiracy out there, right?
True.
Yeah. So whatever conspiracy it is, let me make a short, quick review about yourself. That we all know, Joanna is not alone. Joanna is
Yeah.
become a legacy for inspire other women, an indicator that nothing is impossible for women, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, you break the record already. It's a good thing, but there's some society and some community people. They have a so-called, I don't see typical mindset. I say that they never come out from the box yet.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So adaptation is very important nowadays. Like how you adapt into new culture with a new phone. Like people you can buy,
Mm-hmm.
how you can convert yourself from a torchlight phone. Now you're having a digital so-called touchpad phone. All everything touch. Nowadays we have that kind of world before. That one you can adapt, but how about people's mindset? See, they cannot run away.
Yeah.
So that is
True.
something that a bit I get annoyed. I think a lot of people get annoyed, those who already know how to adapt. For those who know how to adapt, I'm pretty sure only God can save them. I know
God
it's a
can
bit,
definitely save them.
yeah, I cannot say it's a bit sarcastic or what, but I feel that. So let's say Joanna is a part of their family. How would they take it? Let's say another Joanna.
Yeah.
Let's say another Joanna is apart from their family members or daughter or sister or another sibling. How would they would be if so-called Joanna? I mean, their family members having this kind of lifestyle, and then they have this kind of passion. Don't you feel that you're supposed to be like holding their hands together and support? Bringing their hands together. That come, yeah, I will hold your hands. I will be supportive no matter what it is, as long you love to do and you know what you're doing.
True. I don't like, I'm very happy that I actually have a very supportive family because my family basically knows everything I do. And they also follow me on Instagram and they add me on Facebook. So I've basically like nothing to hide from them.
Mhm.
And they know lah, they see all my shoots, and I can actually talk really openly to my dad about a lot of things, including like even if I were to do like a lot of different kinds of shoot in the future, maybe not in Malaysia definitely, but then like overseas, if you get what I mean, I'm pretty sure he would be supportive of it. He's not going to be like oh, I'm going to disown you or anything, because he has seen a lot of potential in what I do and he believes
Right.
that I can go higher. And I think that every child out there should have this kind of bonding with their parents, because I believe that your parents should be a best friend. And if they can't be a best friend, and then there's no point lah in the end of the day, your
Agree.
child's education, your child's future, your child's passion is like the most important thing. If your
Right.
family doesn't have your back, then no one else is going to have your back besides yourself.
Agree. So Joe, can I call you? Make it Joe, huh? Right.
Yeah, sure.
Apart from what we all know as your modeling legacy and your turning point, ever
Mm-hmm.
seen from secondary school,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a big talk about you, right? Then after that, you already go through all kind of these things. So you have some kind of like a lot of like social media threats.
Yeah.
So these social media threats, how do you take it actually?
Initially, like it got to me a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because when I was fat, I was bullied for my size, and then like after I lost weight and everything, people started commenting more on like how I look like after weight loss. Like some people say that, oh, you look like a transgender, and then some people are like, oh, you lost weight in plastic surgery. And then when I do my photo shoots and stuff like that, they're like, oh, you're too sexy, the whole culture police steps in lah. They're like, you're not supposed to wear that if you're Indian and this and that. And it annoys me so much because I feel like, I mean, I get what they're trying to do, you know, they're trying to just advise and stuff like that. But then I have a lot of fake accounts which actually harass me. And these people like literally come bashing, they're commenting on my pictures, and then they come bashing up and saying that or your dad is like this, your mom is like this, and they start dragging my whole family in. So that really annoyed me as well. And I used to like really fight back with them. Like I used to just, you know, literally tarot them online and stuff like that. But then at one point I'm like, you know what, these people, if you fight back, they argue back with you. You know, the only reason someone can argue with you is because you can, I mean, it's because you replied them, correct? If you don't reply them, then they have nothing to argue back with you.
Right.
So the best thing you can do is ignore, ignore them. Or if you want to reply them, just reply them nicely. It kind of pisses them off more like when you reply nicely because they expect you to like, you know, come up to them with vulgar words and telling them to just buzz off. But then like when you say thank you for your comment, have a nice day, it makes them angry. And that's what you want in the end of the day because you want them to just keep quiet. So you be the better person lah, I feel. Just say
Right.
thank you. Thank you for making the effort to make a fake profile. Thank you for, you know, taking all the time to leave such a long essay on my profile. Means a lot. Stuff like that.
Okay. There is okay. There is a. I have one case. You know, there's a not say one lah. It's actually one case, but it comes from the plenty of girls facing same issue. You know,
Mm-hmm.
is there's a guy who used the name love, and he falls in
Mm-hmm.
many like different girl, and all same story, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
after using her do video call, you know, use her money, and then now threatening want to after breakup threatening that you don't do video call, and after the video call, you know, you use the picture and then want to post in Facebook. You know, Indian
Mm-hmm.
girls, I would say girls dignity lah, girls dignity lah for Indian is
True.
very sensitive, you know, among Indian families. So
Mm.
they cannot take part until, you know, when it's at one point you need to voice out, you know, you have to voice out to the family. Don't get
Yeah.
depression. You
Yeah.
you mentioned in your one of your IG live stories that you mentioned that you didn't tell to anyone at one time. You're keeping
Yeah.
to yourself, right? So that
Correct.
is something that people shouldn't do that. So there's still kind of guys like that. So what do you think these kind of guys like doing, you know, blackmailing using photos that threatening? If this happened to you,
Firstly, I believe that if a man really loves a woman, he wouldn't ask nudes from her
right,
because love doesn't come in the form of like being sexually aroused by looking at someone's pictures. That's just wrong. But a lot of people, I mean, a lot of young people, especially like me, you know, at the age of like 13, 14, that's the age where we all walk into adolescence. And that's when all our hormones kick in. And, you know, like high school, teenagers and all, everyone just wants to date someone, get a boyfriend. You know, that's the age where we all start having a crush on other people and we have all these butterflies in the stomach and everything. So including men, they that's the also the age where they get sexually aroused. You know, they learn a lot of things about themselves. And when you are in a mixed school or when you're in like a tuition center and then like you're mingling with other women out there, a lot of people get the wrong perception of love because they think that a simple can I be your boyfriend, can I be your girlfriend, or a simple I love you means everything. They think that is love, you know. And most men out there who boys lah, you know, it's all about maturity, I believe. And boys who are immature, who are, you know, all these who are always exposed to pornography and stuff like that, who discuss about it with their friends and stuff, they feel the need like, oh, okay, now since I have a girlfriend, I need to like somehow do it with her, or I need something from her to do it with. And that's just not right because that the whole point of love that has just gone. So um in my opinion, I feel like men should actually stop asking all of these kind of stuff to women because that's just degrading a woman. And you're using her in the name of trust, like most like what happened to me. The guy told me that, oh, if you really love me, if you really trust me, you're gonna, send it to me and stuff like that. And if you don't send it, that means you don't trust me. And women are very naturally soft-hearted, and minute a guy says something like that, like, oh, you don't trust me anymore, or I'm gonna break up with you if you don't give it to me, they become panic. And most of this nude picture sending thing happens when someone starts panicking, because they're like, oh, okay, if I don't give the picture, he's gonna cheat on me, or he's gonna like find another girl, or stuff like that. So that's why they send it. Trust me when I say half the women out there, the pictures are being sent to their boyfriends are forcefully or half-heartedly. It's not that they want to send it. It's because they are being blackmailed into it, emotional blackmail into it. So men should really understand that, you know not all women are like that. And just because a picture goes out, if the picture gets leaked, that doesn't mean that they are sluts or anything. You don't know the story behind the picture. You don't know what happened to her. When I did my IGTV video, I had a lot of young girls and young guys saying that, even men came up to me saying that, oh, like, I was also forced to send it. I was also blackmailed into sending it. Like, he told me this and he told me that. And from that, I realized that a lot of people were actually forced into it. No one willingly gives out their nudes like that. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So men should stop asking lah. That's the thing. But I don't think men are ever gonna change, at least for the time being. Change is within themselves. If they want to change, they will change. If they don't want to change, then we can't force them.
Mm. I think this culture be developed. I mean, by seeing through a lot of pornography, lah. I believe.
True.
So besides of being educated during the secondary school, I think it's become a hobby and a habit for guys
Mm-hmm.
to play us then, because if parenting fails there, I guess guys not matured because of two things. One is they didn't involve too much of outside activity rather than phone activities. And second, I believe parenting is failure there lah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I believe.
Most parents are like really busy when it comes to their children nowadays. Everyone's just working, and they don't really spend time to ask the kids like, how was your day, where are you going, how was school. So once you leave your child just like that unattended, and you don't bother about your child much, you don't really know what's he doing behind your back. You don't take the effort or the initiative to actually like ask your kid. So that's one huge, huge, huge mistake in like the parental sense lah. That's why I believe that's why their kids go astray. They have no one to talk to. They mingle with the wrong people. They listen to the wrong people.
Agree.
Yeah.
So and then we have another common issue. I guess it's been trending. I guess this culture been developed by different ethnic groups. I don't think so. Asian who develop this kind of a habit. I think it's mostly from different state, different region. Where this kind of a
Yeah.
habit so called like a friends of benefit. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
what do you think in the friends of benefit is actually beneficial form? I mean, I don't know lah. I mean, so-called you can do. You are very friendly, but we can do that, right? If you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. Then,
Yeah.
uh, is it okay from your point of view? Who do you think should blame, or is it really that so desperate to have kind of thing? I mean, what do you think about that? Friends with benefit things.
Okay. Like if you ask me, I'm someone who doesn't really support friends with benefits. Not saying it just because like, oh, people are gonna talk bad about me or anything. Like I genuinely do not feel like having one, because like, you see, the whole term of friends with benefit is like using each other for your own pleasures, and mostly it's all sexual pleasures, of course. And when I look at my friends and when I look at other people out there, when you have that kind of like intimate connection with someone, that kind of like sexual contact and stuff like that, at one point you are gonna like fall in love with that person, I believe. At one point, somewhere, somehow, feelings will develop, and it's unnecessary attachment to that person just because both of you want something physical with each other. you know.
Yep.
And another reason why, like, okay, being friends with benefits, there's pros and cons. Like myself, I don't really support it. If I'm in a relationship with someone, I'd be with that person, like I'd probably do everything with that person and only that person because he's my partner, not just like a friend kind of thing. But there are a lot of people out there who cheat in relationships, you know, like when they already have a girlfriend and then they go around and they cheat with other women out there. Those kind of people, I believe, should be in that category where they need friendship benefits. Because if you are, if you already have a partner who's so loyal to you, then why would you want to find someone else? Am I right?
Right.
The whole reason that you are you are with someone is to marry them and have a future with them. So if you're going to jeopardize that by like cheating on that person with many other girls, it might as well you just have like a friends with benefit relationship. Like, do not be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, these kind of people are people that they just want some, you know, there are people out there who are like sex crazed and stuff, you know, they can't live without sex once they had it. And these kind of people need it all the time. So that's when they try to find other people with the similar sex craze as them, which is how the whole friends with benefit bubble forms, because they're like, okay, we have no strings attached, you know,
Hmm.
we do whatever we want to do, and then that's just it. So you can't blame them also. Like, it's better than cheating in a relationship with someone in the name of love, but then they just want sex. That's so unfair to the man or to the woman.
Right. Right.
So it
So
depends on the person lah. But in my point of view, I stand by my opinion. Like, I don't really support it. I believe in waiting for the right one to do everything with.
mm, but
Mm.
this whole friends are benefiting, do you
Mm.
think is actually should be a practice or should not be a practice in
Um, I don't think it should be a practice, because like eventually one day all of us are gonna, you know, get married and we're all gonna have our own lives to look forward to. But like like I said, different people have different needs, you know. For us, food and water is a necessity. For them, that having sexual contact is a necessity. So we can't do much. And if we are going to tell them, like, you know, you should get in a relationship with someone and do all this, then they're going to get into the relationship with a person for the wrong reasons, and we don't want that.
yeah, okay, agree.
So might as well we just let them do lah what they want to do. We can't say much. But then if they want okay, this is the whole thing. If you want a friends with benefit relationship, you need to tell that person, look, I want a friends with benefit relationship with you. Nothing, no such thing as love, no such thing as anything. It's just about that. Because most men I see nowadays, they are like, oh, you want to get together? Do you want to date me? Do you want to be my girlfriend? And then that's how they become friends with benefits. You get what I mean?
Right, right. I can see that nobody have no guys have the guts to voice out or being transparent.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I can say that because I foresee that for nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
not nobody. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there is a few, but I can't say that much. Majority are still no guts, and I also
True.
don't agree that this shouldn't be a practice, especially.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, parents lah. I mean, parents should take. I mean, observe for the next generation.
True.
Seriously, even nowadays also has been a practice. Really, just imagine another 10 years. Oh, I cannot. I don't know what happened then after that.
That's why in the US, according to my dad, they don't actually get married. Like these people, they live together. Like this man and woman, they live together. They have kids with each other, but then they don't get married
It's even worse. Then how they get
because no, why they don't get married? Because once you're married, according to them lah, once you're married, it's a bit, it's like you're being tied down. You get what I mean?
no, all
But
right.
then yeah, at the same time, these people want to go out and do everything. So marriage doesn't allow that. And of course, after getting married, you have to go through a divorce and everything if you want to separate. But if you are together, like, you know, without getting married and you have a child, you'll think twice before even doing something. That's their mentality lah. That's what my dad said. Like they are really afraid on getting married and stuff like that, so that it can balance them. I definitely do not like agree with that. I mean, I would never do that. I need
Right.
to get married, but then people there, their culture is really different, lah.
Okay. Okay. This is a part that so-called I have another set of question. Is you're gonna say yes or no only, right? It's
Okay,
only just a part is yes or no or agree or disagree, right?
okay.
Um. Right. So the first question is that Joanna Joseph, do
Mm,
you think what you're doing is right? Yes or no?
yes,
Right. Second thing, how sure are you're gonna be inspire every woman in Malaysia?
very sure,
Huh?
very sure.
Very sure, right? So third question is that if happens to do another adultery type of content,
Mm,
even though they are well paid, will you agree
mm,
or don't agree?
no,
Right. This part of any other country, yeah?
no.
No. Okay. Good.
Like
So
adultery meaning like if it involves sex, like literally having sex, literal pornography, and then of course not.
uh,
But
right. What I'm trying to say is that not really pornography lah, but elements, elements.
in this country, definitely not because of what happened to me. But then, like, if I were to go to LA and if Chris Brown were to ask me to act in his music video, I would say, of course, because I know I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just acting. People
Right.
need to realize that acting is acting, you know?
I think people are confused between profession and the profession, people profession and the personality. I think people get confused already. That is your
Yeah,
profession. Personality is totally different. Like you are being yourself at home, but in at the end, I mean, your career wise, you are totally different kind of a look, and that is your work, ma. Like 9 to 5 kind of work. It's just that your work. This is your work. This is your profession. I think people get confused because of
yeah.
that.
No, you see, in the end of the day, like all of us, we come back to a family. We come back to parents, to husbands, to children, and even porn stars, like literal porn stars, people who live like make a living out of porn movies and stuff. They come back home to a husband and they come back home to a family with children,
Hmm.
and they are human beings too. And in the porn world, porn is also I wouldn't call it a job, but it's also somehow linked to the job industry where people get paid for it, and
Right.
people they literally have porn awards and everything.
Hmm.
So it's similar to acting, but then the only difference is they're completely nude.
Hmm.
No
Okay.
one in porn is actually really having fun in the end of the day. They're so
Yeah.
sick of it, they're so tired of it, it's the same thing every single day. And if you have really watched documentaries of some porn stars, it's very sad because
Yeah.
most of them, yeah, they do like part-time jobs for porn just to earn for their studies, just to earn for their family, because
Yeah.
they can't really afford to, pay
Yeah.
and everything like that. So it's really, really, I feel it's really wrong to just judge someone like that, like, oh, she's doing porn, so she's a bitch. I'm just gonna say she's a bitch, she's a slut. No, they're not a bitch or they're not a slut.
I
It's what
agree.
they're working for.
Hmm.
So in the end of the day, when it comes to me as well, people have labeled me as a porn star. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's because of the video, or maybe it's because of my photo shoot pictures and everything. But then, like, in the end of the day, even when it comes to actors, professional actors, may it be in the Indian industry, Trisha,
Hmm.
Samantha. In
Hmm.
the white industry, it could be Scarlett Johansson, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
all these famous actors, they, most of them have nude scenes. I'm not gonna lie. In some movies, they have
Yeah.
backless scenes,
I
not
know.
literally nude.
Yeah. I see. I foresee that also, but most people forgotten after the
Yeah,
film come out.
true. It's like a part of the movie where you're acting in. It's not like you're actually doing it. Okay, so for example, if someone murders another person in the movie, are you gonna like go up to them and be like, oh, you murdered that guy, oh my god, you're such a cruel human being? No, because he didn't murder someone in reality. It's just for the movie. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
People
Yeah.
need to like Yeah, people need to like realize that acting is just acting. It stops there. Nothing happens after that. The whole like, Indian community, I really don't know what to say because their mentality is such where, oh, she's on top of him, which means that they already had a thing or they already had sex or something. And it's ridiculous. You can't just blame someone like that for just because a particular scene is like that, without knowing the backstory, without knowing what actually happened. You
Mm-mm.
can't point fingers. That's the thing. And
Right.
a lot of people need to educate lah. That's what if you ask me. I mean, I tried educating them in a sense, but then it didn't really work out. So I kind of gave up. I'm like, you guys live in your nutshell. I'm just gonna like keep climbing. Y'all can keep hating. It's fine.
Right. So, okay, we jump to another question. Where
Mm.
do you, all right, do you love dressing every single day?
Do I love what?
Do you love to dress? Dressing
Yeah.
every single day. I mean, do you like to dress up, that kind of dress up. Do you like? Yeah.
Um, I enjoy dressing up, but not every single day because it gets tiring.
Okay. So, last question.
Okay.
How would you want to people to see you at the end?
Um, like you said, I think I've left behind a legacy. I've already made history not only in Malaysia but worldwide. I want people to look at me as just another normal girl who made it and who showed the world that success is possible as long as you put your heart and your soul in it. In the end of the day, all you gotta do is follow your dreams, follow your passion, ignore what people say, do what you want, keep pushing forward, and you will reach great heights. I want people to look at me and be like, I want to be like Joanna. If Joanna can do it, I can do it. Yeah.
Right. 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 This is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from your being a model, the Wonder Woman
Mm-hmm.
cosplay,
Mm-hmm.
that you can be the Wonder Woman, the real Wonder Woman, not the Wonder Woman that as in Wonder Woman, that wonder how wonder you are. You're really wonderful. That kind of thing,
Thank
right?
you.
Um,
Thank you.
and now I wonder
I
the
wonder.
legacy. Now the legacy is like wonder what happened to this woman. Now the people thinking like that. No, the Wonder Woman
Yeah.
that you should and you be a Wonder Woman or be a legacy, because Joanna is not alone really like that. No, Joanna is for everyone, every girls out there. And today
Yeah.
the Wonder Woman don't know what happened to this Wonder Woman. They wonder what happened right now. So they really label you as a lot of conspiracy issue. I believe the reason a lot of coming out in the videos or some kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, how I maybe some people know, maybe some people don't know how it happened. But could you tell us that the experience and the depression that you went through?
Um, okay, so like how okay, before I'm gonna tell you guys something. Before this conversation started, I mean this whole interview started, I kinda like told Eugene the whole story, so he kinda like knows what happened exactly. But to make it short, quick and simple, the music video that I was acting in, I'm not even gonna mention the name because I'm sure many of you guys know which one I'm talking about already, as there's only one of it.
Right.
Um it didn't go as planned, meaning that what I was told and what happened afterwards was entirely different. So the only people that knew what exactly happened were probably me and the entire team. Not the entire team also, probably me, the director and the co-star or anything. So I'm not really going to go into detail about it because you guys will know eventually as we are working on a few lawsuits and stuff like that. And we're going to probably I'm going to get justice for myself. Lah. Let's just put it in that way. So once I do get justice for myself from what happened, you guys are probably going to know the actual story. So I'm going to leave that part out. But as to what I went through after the whole music video got released, it was like initially it was okay because I didn't promote about it much as I wasn't really happy with it. I think I only posted like one story on my Instagram, like swipe up link to watch, and I shared it on Facebook because that's the rules when you are acting a music video. You gotta like share. That's one thing. And it was quiet for a few days, but after like 3 or 4 days after the music video got released, I think like there was this troll page on Facebook that actually they decided to re-edit the music video and they decided to post it up, and then they had like posters of me saying that fat girl loses weight to to become a porn star and stuff like that. And it got so crazy viral, like literally the page became famous because of this whole video thing. And it had like so many shares and so many views, and there was so many people who were throwing hate comments and stuff like that. And majority, I mean not majority, like I can say like probably 100% of it came from mainly Indians. And I'm not against Indians or anything, but it's actually really sad to see that some people are so quick to judge without knowing the actual story or without even asking like what happened, or knowing you, I don't think that you would actually act in something like this. So why did you, if someone like approached me asking me like what happened or how did it happen, I would have gladly explained my part. But since people kept like throwing hate nonstop, like, oh, she's like this and oh, she's like that, and no one wanted to listen. So I tried explaining, to be honest. I really tried explaining. I made a video talking about it, and I think this page on Facebook, I forgot what's the name, Manin Minden or something, they shared it. But then like even on that video, I got so much of hate comments because people started targeting me and saying that oh, you can act in a Tamil music video, but you can't speak Tamil. And I'm like, I already made my part, I did my part. I apologized, which is what you guys wanted. But then, like, if you're gonna pick on me some more, then I don't think that I owe anyone an apology. That was on my mind. And I couldn't go to college anymore because I'm studying in MSU. So MSU, as you guys know, is like majority, also 99% full of Indians. And literally everyone knew about it, like the troll page and everything. And I kept getting harassed in college. Like people kept staring at me and people kept like whispering and talking. And it was so uncomfortable for me because I felt like I was going back to the time where like my nude picture got leaked when I was 13. And it was like the trauma hit me back so badly. I felt like I was going through that same thing again after like so long. You get what I mean?
Right, right.
So I was really depressed lah. Like I was genuinely upset. I stayed off social media for a while. A few of my influencer friends, like people who are in the industry, really big people, they reached out to me and they said that I'm not surprised that this is happening to you because this has happened to like other girls who have worked with this particular director as well. You're not the first person, so I don't blame you. Like the public can only judge from what they see, but then we have worked with this person and we know that he is like that, you know so I was glad that there were some people who actually knew that, you know, I was going through something really bad and it wasn't my fault. But I
Mm,
was also really unhappy that other people out there looked at me in a way where like they thought that it was my idea, they thought that I was the one that wanted it to be this way. And it wasn't. Like honestly, when you're acting in a music video or a movie or anything, we actresses and actors, we follow the director because they direct the movie. Am I right?
right.
We can't really argue. But this time I tried arguing and stuff like that. It didn't work out, and I was called so many names like unprofessional and stuff like that. So I just decided like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead with it. That was what happened. But then like I said, you guys will know the true story soon. I'm not gonna say anything much. But I went through a really bad time. And it took me like maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks to actually get over it. And it died off lah. The whole thing died off, and I think everyone just moved on with their lives. So that happened.
Yeah, at the end, it's actually about get it, move on. At the end, right?
Yeah, you can't just keep like dwelling in the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. So, as I've been a part of, like, they've been label you with, because of this kind of conspiracy music video, and then I think that like if someone approach you genuinely and asking you what just happened, yeah, you might
Mm-hmm.
things to clear up. But let me tell you, as a person, I'm a mixed breed, kind of special ethnic group. Judging
Mm-hmm.
me by the language is not say unprofessional. I would say there's no humanity in itself. You're not a human actually.
Yeah.
right? If a
True.
dog cannot speak, but you still love the dog, which means you don't need the language. You just need the heart, a good genuine
Correct.
language for me lah. If let's
Correct.
say if Indian community is actually based people by your language, I guess that is so wrong. So wrong. Language doesn't mean you are very good at. Some people they can't even speak that they
True.
can do a better than you. For me lah, for
True.
me, as I understand, because I'm carrying four language with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm carrying four language with me, and I can be chameleon anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't want to know based on my just skin. And then if someone says that judging you by the language, for me, let me straightforward. That's really stupid enough.
That is. I actually had to like tell those people to like, you know what, just delete the video. It's pointless. So they actually deleted it lah.
Mm,
And I didn't bother like, trying to explain myself anymore. I'm like, it's done, it's finished. Let's all just shut up and move on. Can you all like not dwell? I understand that hating someone can be fun sometimes because like most people they hate on some another person because it's fun. You get what I mean? Like it's like a
exactly.
trend. Like everyone hates, so they join in the hate. It's not like they want to hate.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I just let them have their fun lah. Let them have their fun. But then like, when I'm going to actually file a lawsuit, when I'm gonna be involving the cops, the police, the lawyers, they are gonna look through the comments and they're gonna see who commented what.
Mm. I think
It's
the
not
law,
my fault because I
yeah,
tried to stop people, but then if
right.
they're still gonna
A law
comment
speaks
more, then
everything. Huh?
yeah, I mean, I guess that it's not my fault if y'all get into trouble for doing that lah.
Right, yeah, right. So thank you so much, Joanna, for this kind of very, very kind of inspire kind of things that I think that a lot of women out there, small girls, I mean, I also personally would like to see you the comeback. The real legacy. People really spoil your legacy, but I think some people really who knows. I mean, the real friends, the real genuine people knows that
Yeah,
Joanna is actually this kind of person. That is her profession. Don't put things into together. Personality and profession is totally different. If you're judging because of that, probably I know your how educated level you are,
yeah, true,
right?
true.
So right, thank you so much, Joanna, for this kind of lockdown program. So this is actually my
No
program
worries.
called Untold Story. This is called Untold Story. No, really Untold Story,
Yeah,
right?
it
So
is.
good day, Joanne. Sorry, good day, Joanna. Good day. Good night.
Good day. Bye.
Take care. Okay. Alright guys, if you happen to like this video, press the like button and subscribe my channel, and do not forget click the bell button for you guys be notified upcoming videos about controversial the hot topics of my channel. So stay tuned, stay safe. Bye, I'm signing out, Crazy Chindian.